Hey everybody, it's Monday and you're watching Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing well. Happy Monday to you, or as I like to call it, my Saturday number 2. So I got a lot of responses from yesterday's pirate video. I thank you so much for that. It's nice to be able to shave with 2 eyes again. We're still warm, humid, and monsoony here in the old Pueblo. So I wanted to do a really light, refreshing shave today. So we're going to talk about your favorite, and for some people, their nemesis. The soap for the day is Mitchell's Wool Fat. Okay, this is the original version. I have not tried the new version yet, although I've got a puck of it upstairs. Now, a lot of people say that this thing they could never get to work. Well, I've mentioned it before, and I'm just going to go over my tutorial for Mitchell's Wool Fat. Whatever brush you take, and today we're using, I'll show you later, but we're using a Shave Mac Colonia number 1 with a 2-band silver tip. And what I do is I float a very little bit of water on my puck. Okay, and I've got it in the coffer. But before you do that, when you first get, I've found that this works each and every time. When you first get your Mitchell's Wool Fat, take it out of the package and grate it. Grate it very fine. And then press it back in to your little container, whatever you may be using, and add a little bit of water, press it, a little bit of water, press it until you can get it back into a smooth puck. For whatever reason, and I don't know what that is, it works. That's step number 1. Step number 2, when you soak your brush, try to shake out all the water. Make it as, damp but dry as possible. And then that little tiny teaspoon of water that you floated on top of the thing, pour that out. So you're loading relatively dry, and load it like you stole it. And it's going to get a very pasty proto-lather like this. And then what I do is I add water little by little. A few drops here, a few drops there, until I feel that it's ready to go. And you'll know. And it's got such a wonderful, just a fresh, almost a linen fragrance. Like if you were to take some cotton sheets and put them out on the clothesline and let them just let the wind dry them. It's just got that kind of consistency and fragrance to it. Just very fresh, very clean. Some people have equated it to it smelling a little bit like Tide washing soap, which I get that a little bit. But it gets really smooth. And Mitchell's Wool Fat will take on a lot of water. You've just got to add it slowly. But as you can see, you can get a tremendous lather out of Mitchell's Wool Fat. Now this is still just a little bit not quite the way I want it, so we'll add a little bit more. And then what I do is I incorporate that water into what I have existing, and it'll go into the brush, and it'll also help for the subsequent passes. But you want that shiny, almost porcelain-like look to the soap. And look, I mean, I don't know how people say that this doesn't, that they can't get it to lather. I mean, we've got extremely hard water here. And I think if you take the steps, it's worth it. I mean, to me. And just a very fresh feeling. Now, it does have lanolin in it. So if you have some type of sensitivity to lanolin, sadly, you won't be able to use this soap, which, quite frankly, sucks. So, hope everybody's doing well today. This is, as you all know that have been around, a barber errand day. So we got to run some errands today. Got to take the dog to the vet for an update on his tummy issues that he's been having. And other than that, not much. Smoked a few cigars, relax a little bit. The razor I'm using today is the Queen. The CV Helgestrand MK32, the razor that requires more respect than any of my other razors, including the one that I used yesterday. All right, here we go. I hope some of you are trying that rolling technique that I showed everybody yesterday. Hopefully that's working well for you. Also, if you like what you see and you'd like to find another whole bunch of people that do the same thing, come see us at www.theshavingcadre.com. We do feel that we are the finest gentlemanly and other pursuit forums on the interwebs. And also, if you like talk shows, come see my partner and I, Nurse Dave, Drinks and Dave's, Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. We'll be back on our after our hiatus. He's out cruising the Caribbean on August 13th. So come and join us. Should also be noted that joining the Shaving Cadre is free. We don't charge anything. If you want to donate to the cause, you can, but you don't have to. Also, we are the only, and I repeat, we are the only self-moderated forum, or should I say self-moderated shaving forum. We don't act like Big Brother. The rules are real simple. You join, check out the terms of usage, come and introduce yourself to the rest of the forum. Don't be a jerk, and talk about anything you like. We'd love to have you. That first pass was great, but as you can see, in the Mitchell's Wolfat, once you can incorporate the water the way it needs to be, you don't need to really add anything more. I may add a little bit on my last pass, but other than that, it's still perfectly slick. Oh, and that fresh fragrance. And it's going to go real well because it's neutral. So the aftershaves and everything that I've picked today will be real nice. Should be noticed, if I haven't mentioned it already, that the razor was stropped 25 on linen, 25 on my leather strop, and then 25 on a convex bench strap. Also, I was thinking last couple of days that many of you, and I'm very humble by saying this, many of you have started your straight razor journey by watching the Straight Razor Learning Series. And some of you I've heard from, some of you I have not. Some of the folks that have had great success so far I'd like to hear from you. I know the one gentleman that I have heard from is my good friend Bowtie RN. He's just over 100 shaves, I think, with a straight razor, and he's doing swimmingly well. So if you've taken the SRS or the straight razor challenge, or if you've been a long-term straight razor user and found some tips and tricks that you enjoyed, please let me know. That's how we improve the channel. We're at 1480 right now, so we're getting close. 20 more and we have our big 1500 giveaway. So I do appreciate you liking, subscribing, commenting. Good, great first two passes. I haven't used the Helgestrand in quite a bit, actually. Ugh. The Mitchell's Wolfette just feels so good on the face. Unlike like Sapodoviccio Veracino, the 70th, where you feel that fragrance just all over your skin. This just leaves that fresh, clean, soapy feeling. And, you know, as the shave goes on, I can see a little bit more and more where people will say it kind of smells a little bit like Tide, but Tide's a fantastic smell. Now, usually the last pass is reaching deep into the knot for the soap, so I may add just a little bit of water to make that last pass just a little bit slicker. But like I said, those of you that have problems with Mitchell's Wolfette, give this method a try. It may work for you, it may not, but I honestly do think that Mitchell's Wolfette is something you need to have in your arsenal. It's just a wonderful soap. Is it worth the learning curve? Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, this is a hobby. This is one razor like the Stark that I try not to ever get too complacent with. And as weird as it sounds, because it looks like a fairly mellow razor, all the different techniques that I employ. With some razors, you get complacent because you shave every day, and it's like, oh, I know what I'm doing. This one, I try to think constantly about my situational awareness, how I'm approaching the touchdown, literally everything. Because I think I've mentioned this before. That this young lady has the reputation of giving me the worst shaving injury that I've ever had. Granted, it was very early in my shaving career, but before that I had been ripped apart by a shavette, and I figured that was the worst that was going to be. And then this Helgestrand took its revenge on me. And I think part of that is because I wasn't very experienced, because I do believe that the Helgestrands are an advanced razor for shaving. And I say that because of how hard the steel is. Like I said, I've honed this razor once in all the years I've had it, and it's going on over 10 years now, and I've never even had to refresh this thing. That shows you how hard the steel is. And with that being the case, she's not forgiving. At all. Whereas some of your softer steels, like your Spanish steels, some of your Solingen blades, and your British blades are a little bit more forgiving, but the Helgestrands require that you pay full attention to them. And I know it sounds like I'm giving an inanimate object life, but anybody who's been straight shaving for a while, especially with Helgestrands, knows that this to be the case. Sometimes it's as if Mr. Murphy lives inside the Helgestrands. Oh, beautiful shave. Oh, a little bit. Missed a little spot. Now, a lot of people ask me, why go after BBS on your day off? Well, I've always shot for BBS. So for that reason, we do. And today we got it. Let's see what the alum says with the Queen. A little bit. I was a little overzealous in my cleanup. I probably shouldn't have pushed the issue, but a little bit of a sting, but nothing major. No more than, normal when you put aftershave on. This brush right here was one of my very first high-end ordered brushes. I ordered it custom from Shave Mac, and been around a long time, has had no issues whatsoever. So again, our razor today, the CV Helgestrand MK32, better known as the Queen. The brush we used today was the Shave Mac Colonia #1. Just a beautiful, beautiful brush, as are most Shave Macs. The soap today, good old Mitchell's Wool Fat. Try it. I know there's a lot of people that get upset with it, but keep on trying. It's worth it. And in typical Arizona fashion, we turn on the hot water here to get ice cold water. Go figure. Because the hot water sits in your hot water tank in the house and stays cool where the groundwater heats up. Good old Arizona. Wonderful, isn't it? Okay, keeping with the light and refreshing theme today, we are going to be using Thayer's Lemon for our witch hazel after our alum. Yeah, lemon, limes, gin, all that kind of good stuff. I'll let that dry down a little bit. And for our aftershave today, we're going to be using Clubman Reserve Gents Gin. This is just one of the best summery aftershaves. I mean, it is primarily citrus, so it goes away pretty fast, but nice high alcohol content, so you get a nice hit. and it can be splashed all over, and it gives you that lemon, lime, juniper. It's like a gin and tonic in a bottle. Just absolutely fantastic. And you can use it by itself if you want to put a little bit more on as a regular fragrance, because it'll show itself throughout the day. Clubman talc, as always. My other talcs are getting mad because I'm not using them as much, but Clubman is just easy. And I found in the hot weather, it really does its job. Okay, and sticking with the lemon theme, for our EDT today, we're going to go with L'Occitane Cedrat. This is almost like, if I was to subscribe, it is, I would describe it as lemon cream pie, but without all the sweetness. But it blends really, really well with the Gent's Gin and everything else. So, okay, folks, that's our Monday shave. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, thanks for all the comments on the Pirate Shave. We appreciated it. Hope you like this one too. Please, as always, make your comments known. I'll try to get back to them as soon as possible. And as always, like, subscribe, and our 1,500 giveaway is coming very, very soon. Hope everybody has a wonderful Monday. Take care, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.